So here we are with David Walsh from Frontier Developments at iDÉAME 2013. We're mainly talking about Coaster Crazy. What is it about?
So Coaster Crazy is a very unusual game. Frontier has a long history of developing roller coaster building games, from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 on PC through to Thrillville on console. And every time we've done a roller coaster game, we've tried to make the process of building roller coasters much more easy and fun. And this is probably the best we've ever done to date. It's really, really easy to use and really actually fun and very compelling to build roller coasters. But we've set that in a game which isn't a traditional theme park simulator. You build roller coasters, but you also build them to solve puzzles, and the puzzle objectives are given by the riders on the roller coaster. So for example, there's one guy who really likes going fast, which is obvious, right? So very easy to make the roller coaster go fast and keep him happy. But there's also another guy who's a professor who has nitroglycerine with him, which when it goes over a certain G-force will explode, which is obviously bad. So then you have the problem, the puzzle of trying to build this coaster to meet objectives whilst keeping both the speed guy happy and the professor with his nitroglycerine intact. And so hence, with different combinations of guests on the roller coaster, we can build up all sorts of compelling and interesting puzzles for people to solve as they then trying to make their roller coasters better and better to get more cash and progress around the world, as you can see here, and open new plots and get more special pieces and build ever increasing amazing roller coasters.
It's a pretty special mixture then. And which platforms it's coming out for?
This is for the Wii U via the eShop as a digital download only. So it's, we've done a really, I think, a very good job of making the coaster building controls very good for the gamepad. So obviously the stylus, as I'll show you later, is a really convenient way of building the coaster, but also it's very well integrated on the sticks and the shoulder buttons as well. And you find yourself actually doing a really nice mixture of the two in complete free.
Can you show that to us?
Yes, of course. So this is the game world, and so I've just been playing in the North American plots, so we can go here, so we can see we've got Crazy Wood and different other places. So if we go into that plot for a second. So what you'll see here is a coaster that I was working on earlier, and here it is. So these are the guys of the objectives that I've needed to meet here. So I've actually met those already. So my minimum height's met, the vertical G's and the drop height has already been met. But just to show you how to build how easy it is to build and change a roller coaster. So simply touch on the area of track, and then you have three controls. The one moves the coaster laterally, the other one moves it up and down, and then the other one changes the banking. Oops, excuse me, I didn't do that properly. There you go, changes the banking of the track. And so using that method, you can really easily build all sorts of weird shapes and put scenery in the place as well. So we could have, we can put special pieces in there as well. But I was just going to put some scenery in there, for example, so I can buy some lovely looking scenery to put in the.
Looks pretty finished, but it is not out yet, right?
Not out yet. No, we're still putting the final polishing touches on it before we're submitting it to lot checks. So it's hopefully soon, but you know we haven't yet announced a launch date for the game.
From Frontier Developments, I especially remember the Lost Winds franchise. Is a Lost game now, or are you trying to recapture that wind soon?
Very nice question. Yeah, so we're obviously we all love Lost Winds at Frontier, and we would very much like to do another franchise, and we're very much thinking about how we can move the franchise forward, and you know, because we think it deserves really a much grander, a more epic scale of setting, because there's so many more stories to tell from that world that we're all very enthusiastic about it, and we would very much like to do another game in the franchise. Yes.
Looking forward to it. So here at iDÉAME, you're sharing your experience from mobile platforms to consoles, and maybe vice versa, consoles. What thoughts are you sharing? What advices are you giving to young developers?
Okay, well, I think the main piece of advice from Frontier's point of view that I would want to give people is that I think the distinction between mobile and console is very blurred now, because the mobile device performance is increasing every year very, very quickly. And I think it's got to the stage even now, really, when you need to stop thinking of segmenting the market as a mobile market and a console market. because both things are basically the same hardware platform, and you need to think about the essentially different user inputs. So with our own technology in-house technology that we have at Frontier, which is called Cobra, that's ported across all different platforms. So we use exactly the same game engine on, for example, an Xbox 360 or a Wii U as we would on an iPhone or some other device as well. So you really shouldn't be constrained by the narrow thinking about what that particular platform is. It's just, we really want to deliver console quality on mobiles, and actually also the reverse is true, where there's no a mobile game shouldn't be it shouldn't be any less of an experience than a console game, and equally a console game can have the same enjoyable, sort of easy to play, pick up and play parameters as a mobile game, really. So I think that the basic message is it's a very blurred distinction.
And also artistic quality also affects that similar experience you get, and artistic quality is something you highlight on your official description. Let's call it like that. What can you say about the artistic talent at Frontier Development?
Oh, I think it's very, very high indeed. I mean, from our modelling artists and also our animators are absolutely top class. We've worked with. When we did games with Microsoft, we've done an absolutely beautiful game, Kinectimals, which is probably the best looking game that's been on Xbox 360. And also our animators, for example, when we worked on Kinect Disneyland Adventures, they worked with the Disney and Pixar animators and had calls with them every week, and so they were absolutely overjoyed. It was an animator's dream to work on that game. So they were working with all the Disney IPs and just had an absolute blast, and they sort of fitted in to that level of animation very well, and they're really, really good people. So
you almost answered the next question, which was about Kinect. What do you think the technology is going from now? Maybe in the next iteration of the hardware. Maybe what do you dream of doing with next Kinect games?
The next Kinect games, you would hope there'd be even better precision from them, perhaps better resolution, and so that in itself will make enable us to be much more creative and innovative with the type of things we can do for gameplay as well, and to be so much more immersive from the player's point of view as well. So I think it's just the normal. I would expect technology to improve. It will just be improved, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, David. Looking forward to another windy game. Thank you.
Very much. Cheers.